Hello, YouTube. This is my first for real video, and this is for anyone who's freaking struggling right now. And I mean in any way. I just went through a seriously depressive episode that honestly scared the crap out of me. I haven't had a situation like that in probably like 15 years. But yeah, if you're feeling like hopeless, worthless, no hope for the future, utter despair, you're so not alone. And, I'm a blessed person. I have like good things going in my life. I have a successful business that I've had for 9 years. I'm an esthetician. I do waxing. I'm the Wicked Waxer. I have a wonderful family. I have an awesome husband. I have a 3-year-old daughter who's like perfect, everything I've ever asked for as far as a child is concerned. They're both healthy, doing great. I have a house I love. But still, recently, I was having really scary, horrible thoughts. Like I didn't want to be here. But this is how to survive 2026, and like the whole landscape, everything going on, if you're like paying attention at all, is just terrible. Like our power structures freaking suck. Like there's a international cabal of weirdos doing horrible things to people and no one seems to care. It's insane. And don't get me started on the financial aspect. I'm like not even paycheck to paycheck. It's like day to day living, trying to survive out here. But this is an argument for you to not give up and stay with me and do not succumb to your horrible, dark thoughts that I unfortunately very much am keenly aware of and understand. So I'll tell you what I did recently. So January, February, terrible months. When people talk about depression, like in a real way, you think of somebody that like maybe can't get out of bed for like a month and they have to go to like one of those detangling salons because their hair is so matted or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I've never been like that myself. I've always, show up to work. I show up to all my things. I take care of the people around me. I take care of my daughter. Like I'm executing all of the tasks that I need to do. But while white knuckling all of that, maybe I can make it through my workday with all of my clients. But the moment I am alone or I get in my car to go home, there were like 3 weeks just crying, like bawling. And I'm not a crier. Like I am a sensitive egg, but I'm not one to just like cry all the time. But it was just, I couldn't deal. And just the despair was palpable. I mean, it feels so real. Those dark feelings and just wanting an escape. The big escape. You feel me? I've never had like a plan or anything like that. And, I could never leave my daughter specifically, but my family. But I am, again, like I said, keenly aware of those feelings. And, I'm so envious of people that like don't understand. And if you've ever been brave enough to tell someone that you're struggling mentally and they're like, I don't know, it's either like, they don't believe you or they're like, oh yeah, like I'm sad too, like seasonal affective. Like, no, bitch, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about total hopelessness and like no hope for the future, utter despair, and so much psychic pain that like you will do any and everything to get out of it. Which I have definitely made some positive strides in the last couple of weeks, and like how I was feeling even 3 weeks ago compared to now, night and day. So I'll tell you what I did. And also this is going to be dependent on your resources, right? So I got back into therapy, which I've been seeing my same dude for like on and off 9 years. So like we got a good rapport. I'm not sure he's like all that helpful, except that he and I laugh together and I feel like, I can say anything. And it's a good time. I always feel better after doing that. I also have a psychiatrist who I've been seeing. I had a really rough time with my postpartum, which kind of illuminated some things that it really illuminated to me that I've been white knuckling my entire life. Full stop. White knuckling my whole life. So I started medication that seemed to help, and then later it illuminated other problems. I just got a meaningful and helpful diagnosis that I'm not sure I want to really talk about right now, but we can later. I'm still jury's out on all of that. So those are things that I did, and obviously, those take money and time, and maybe you're not even in a position to do that. Maybe you are so stuck. It's like quicksand. It's like slowly setting concrete. Like, I know. But a thing that I've been thinking about is what you can do like now, like right now, right this second. It's, like I said, really brave to share with somebody. Hopefully you have a close friend or a family member that you can really tell them and be candid and forthcoming. Like, I am not doing well, friend. And at least for me, when I'm having those feelings, I want to run away. And, if things get bad enough, you want to do like the ultimate runaway, which is just, it's not a good plan. And I'm going to ask you right now, you must stay with me on this earth. Do not leave me with these weirdos that don't understand. You must stay with me. Sharing with a friend, a confidant, and my point about running away, maybe even just being like, can I stay at your house for the night? You need to switch it up. You need to like change something. You need to get the hell out of your normal place. And any of this stuff, if money's not an issue, just start throwing money at this problem. I was recently Googling alternatives to a mental hospital, because anyone who's like been in a psychiatric ward or visited someone there, like, you don't want to go there. You know what I actually wanted? You know what an alternative to a mental hospital is? It's called a vacation that I can't afford right now. But like a mini vacation, just like staying over at your friend's house, and if you've shared with them that you're not doing well, they might like take care of you and like make you a meal or something. That feels very good. You probably just need some care. I was getting to the point where I'm like, I just need tending to. Like, that's why I was wanting to go to the mental hospital. I'm like, I just want someone to like take care of me for a second, which that's so sad, but I'm keeping it a buck on here, bro. Like, where can I go that's giving mental hospital but not? Because I got my meds figured out for the time being. But seeking any sort of novelty is going to be helpful in this moment. So friends, family, a therapist, a psychiatrist, those are all going to be helpful. 2 of those require money, I understand. But like I said, if money's not an issue, just start throwing money at this problem. Because this is life or death. This is no joke. If we're talking life or death, like the copay, pay the copay. Get in there. And the thing, I feel like there's always like a barrier to people like seeking out therapy, because it's like, oh, I don't want to start because it's going to take so long to like find the right fit. Blah, 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 blah. That's not even the point. You need and it could be anyone, just get your ass in therapy, because actually the act of even booking, showing up, going to the thing, and having a third party person receive that, maybe they suck, they have nothing to offer you, but the act of, you have all these terrible feelings build up, dark thoughts, the act of even just getting them out, one, identifying them in your head. A huge thing that you could do for free, say it out loud. Say the yucky stuff out loud just to see how it feels, because it's no longer just living in here. Now it is external, and it becomes something different. So write it down on paper, say it out loud alone in your apartment or house, be a weirdo, talking to yourself, whatever. That's a start. That's free. You can do that today, right now. But a therapist, they could, like I said, they could been suck, bro. They could freaking suck, but just the act of saying it to someone else that is not you, and that's like a paid professional. That is a win. That is huge. So do that. Get it out. You could make like this right now. This is therapeutic for me because I'm talking. I'm being honest about what I had just previously gone through that I'm still working out. Like just the honesty, the bravery, the gumption, the freaking balls to say it. I was so depressed that I was thinking about how it would be a relief and feel better to not be in the game. That's scary, but it's true. That's the dang ass truth. So doing that. Another thing, if you're really like not feeling well, and I know people have a hard time with like self-care and things like that when they're really at a low point or they're in a ton of pain. When babies are really wigging out, like really like inconsolable, and they have all their basic needs met, you know, they're fed, their diapers dry, you've tried everything, but they are just wailing, crying, not vibing. There's two things you can do. One, take them outside in any weather. Just take them outside into the fresh air. Or put them in water. Give them a bath. Same is true for you. It's something about like resetting your like physiology, and it works. Like I know that sounds so lame. It's giving corny, but it really is true. Like if you really need to like do a little tiny reset to your nervous system, step outside. I don't care the weather. I don't care what you're wearing. Take the blanket that's with you and on you on the couch to go just like literally step your ass outside the door. Breathe in the fresh air. Think about all the things that are growing. Like think about something that's like not you. Look at to just validate the seasonal depression stuff. I live in the Midwest. I'm in Chicago, and like it's been so oppressive and horrible. I totally understand. But you know, there are signs of life, and it's like, ooh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Getting outside will make you feel better. Water, a shower, a bath. And if you're down bad, I don't care if you have to get in the shower with all your MFing clothes on. The water, there's something so healing and calming about it. Like whatever it takes. We're talking about stuff that's gonna keep you here with me on planet Earth. Also, you're somebody's favorite person, whether you like it or not. I don't know how much your brain is lying to you, but it's true. Even like strangers, like when you're doing your little commerce, going to like the bodega or whatever, like someone loves seeing your ass. I have so many people I see on the street that I'm just like, oh yeah, it's like so-and-so with the wacky hat. I love seeing that guy. So just think about that. You're somebody's favorite person. Why you got to hang out. You got to stay. Got to be here. Another thing that is just true is that as fast as the onset of like the horrible, gross, terrible feelings come, they can go. You gotta wait, you gotta see. Think of like, come at it from a point of curiosity, like what the hell's gonna happen? Or like, you know, the world's like so crazy and terrible right now, and especially in America, but like, aren't you kind of curious, like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? It's like a TV show. And, you know, things can obviously get worse, but don't you wanna like be around to see it? It might get real crazy. I'm talking aliens, bro. Beam me up. Beam me up. Anything is possible. You know, I think this might be an AA saying, and like, I am absolutely not an AA. I have like maladaptive behaviors and vices that like I'm actively like working on and thinking about. But there's a saying, don't give up before your miracle. Why would you quit before your miracle? Your miracle could be happening tomorrow. And I think people get really caught up on like, oh, the miracle's gonna be like, I got a sick windfall and the love of my life's gonna beat down my door and I'm gonna get this amazing work opportunity. No, 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 no. No. Your miracle in this situation where you have lost all hope for yourself and you feel worthless, your miracle might be, and this could happen like today, right now, like in a matter of minutes, you might come across the funniest effing thing you've ever seen today. I just saw like a couple like memes or like reels on Instagram the other day. Like I was in the thick. I'm talking about like crying in my car that whole bit, in utter despair. And I think when you're in that state, because you're so connected to your emotions, that like if you do find something that's just freaking hilarious, and like for me, like sometimes my sense of humor changes in those states. I saw a couple things that like I was crying, laughing. And then because I was like so emotional and down, then I was like, I really probably was like, I was giving mental case for sure, but I was like really crying and then laughing so hard I was crying. And then like just the absurdity of it all, I was really laughing so hard. And like once you touch that like joy of laughter, it's just such a relief. And like the bottom where you like really bottomed out, like the bottom starts like scooting up. And then you probably have a little more energy to do all the things I previously mentioned, which is like seek therapy, seek help, do whatever it takes. Also, if you're down super bad, you know, like when a toilet stops working or like it's all gunked up, like you don't throw the toilet away. You get a plunger. You might need to plunge your life, bro. And what do I mean by that? You need to do something like radical. If you deciding whether you're gonna stay and be here or not, if you're at that place, anything is on the table. Anything. If it doesn't hurt yourself or other people. If you have to shave your head in 2026 to survive, do it. This might be the year. Shave your head if that's what it takes. Write on your wall with crayon. I don't really care. Be insane, be radical, make weird art. Now is the time. We can't worry about shame and judgment at this juncture. If we're all down that bad, this would be such a good time to do like the bravest, most radical thing that you can think of. Because if you're already considering the worst thing, everything's on the table, short of hurting yourself or others. So this is my plea to you to just say, you're so not alone. Everything sucks. I'm the brokest I've ever been in my adult life, which is scary because I have a child and a family to care for. And my business feels like it's flopping because the economy is so bad and our power structures are failing us every step of the way. But it's okay. Things can change. I bet they will. So please, I beg you, stay with me on Earth. Don't leave me with these weirdos who don't understand. You got this.